I've done?
What?
I've tweaked me back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. It hasn't full gone yet, so I'm hoping that that I'm catching it early.
Sometimes you can catch it early.
And I'm trying to be real gentle and real nice with her, because when you just make that slight movement and that pain shoots through like lightning, you're gonna be down for like a month.
It's pretty bad. I had physical therapy yesterday, and I'm new to this kind of physical therapy that's like full on hour-long appointment, and I'm working directly with the therapist. And so it's like the first one was only like a half hour, and I guess that was because it was introductory. And so like we did about 30 minutes worth of work. A lot of it was stretching and like them doing kind of.
Did they lie on top of you?
No, but they did some release stuff with an elbow, which was real nice. Big fan of that. Yesterday was a full hour-long session that kicked my ass. So
was it more like
hard?
It was like a workout.
It was a lot.
Almost?
Yeah, it was really. And like, dude, it's in Forney. I was in your old stomping grounds, by the way. And first off,
where at?
Not too far street? From your old.
Well, you don't have to tell me here. Tell me later.
So the road that would take you straight across the tracks to Walmart from your old place? It's right off that road. And by the way, nightmare to drive around there. The infrastructure it's so much worse than it ever was. Like
that street was intended to be a 2-lane cornfield highway, and now they're acting like they're a big city. So yeah,
it was awful. I at this point I don't even try to take a left out of it on that road because you can't, because so I just go all the way out and go through the town of Forney to get out because it's easier.
Forney, Texas. Listen here. I know you're listening. The mayor of Forney, Texas. They have always had such an issue with city planning. They have since I moved there, not good at all. It's like me playing fucking Sim City when I was 12.
Like even as a child riding around with you and your parents, I remember being like, I feel like this could be done better. It could have been better.
This is right.
But
they loved to do things like, as soon as our high school got slightly above 200 people, they're like, we gotta open up a second high school. They just
gotta have another one. Gotta have it. All of that is to say that after the 40-minute drive back home, I turned off my car and opened my car door and went to swing my legs out of the car, and they didn't want to go. So it has been interesting. It felt really nice, but like every part of my body that is weak, she found, and we basically
and beat the hell out of it.
Yeah, we did a lot of things to it, but I feel really good today.
Good.
And this was all because of said back problems that we both share. That's where this all came from. Yeah. Because I get the sciatica.
Yeah. We have, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the same goddamn vertebra that just slips out of place.
Well, luckily mine seems to just be all muscular. So, but muscles can ruin your life.
I don't know what it is. I'm glad that you're getting it looked into, because truly, I just wait for it to happen, and then maybe I go see a chiropractor.
See, I'm too fucking
feels good.
Stubborn. I'm too mad. The sciatica is what got me. Once the sciatica started, I'm like, I'm fucking done. Yeah. I'm done with you. That is a pain. I hate you.
That hurts.
I'm going to make you disappear.
I'm going to obliterate you. Wow. Well, welcome to the old grandma granny body pain hour podcast. How you doing today, everyone?
Oh shit.
And you, Macy.
I'm making a lot of noise with my tea mug, and I'm trying to not make...
what are you drinking? I see.
So I've got a lemon balm bush that is eating everything next to it. So great. I am like hacking away at it and drying all this lemon balm. I have more lemon balm than you could shake the proverbial stick at. And
make a extract, baby.
I need to. I need to. And but I've been making tea out of it because it's a sweet ass nervine herb, or nervine, however you say it. And it's delicious. And
was it lemon balm or lemongrass that you just threw into a microwave?
That was lemongrass. Right, in Lipton black tea that I put it in like a cocktail garnish, and tried to make a lemony taste. I remember it being quite nice.
I'm British.
Yeah. I need to get some lemongrass though, because I remember it being particularly good, even though it was what it was.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Sometimes things just work.
What is your topic?
I have a game for us to play today.
Great. That's good.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call it Macy, the Storage Wars Witch.
Fantastic.
Or the 100-year-old curio cabinet. I don't know. Something like that.
Okay.
Generally. Who goes first, actually? If
I
go
don't
first,
know.
I'll just rock
We've
right
not
into
done
it.
this
let me check.
in 30 years. We've been in spooky
true.
silly sode land.
Let's see. So we had, God, let me wade through all of the LOTR mixes.
Do you see my little Loch Ness man? My little Loch Nessie in my little mug. See his little head poking out of my octopus?
He's sticking out like a little mushroom.
It's just a little guy.
Cute.
I love it so much.
He has such a long, thin neck. It makes me worry.
I know, but it's okay because this long, thin neck, you can just bend it. It's all right. It's okay.
This long, thin neck. All right, let's see. So, Spooky So, before that, we did Numenite and Linden Trees. So, I do believe that I go first today.
Tight.
Let me pull it.
Ugh. You don't even want to know what I'm talking about.
I got so excited.
No. It's fine. It's fine. You don't care.
Okay, don't do that to me. Don't. Don't you do that to me. Tell me.
I'll wait. As it'll be a little surprise. It's not that exciting.
See, now I just feel like you're punishing me the whole time.
What if I am?
It's gonna be in the back of my head the whole time.
What is it?
Like, man, this game would be fun if Macy wasn't punishing me right now.
You're gonna find out what it is, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's not earth shattering.
Okay.
Mm.
So, Macy, you know how you love to watch all of those shows that you talk about here on the podcast? Like sometimes you'll watch, what is it, Lakeview Property or whatever it's called?
Yeah, Lakefront Bargain Hunt.
Thank you for, yes, my apologies. Well, I heard that you recently got on a big Storage Wars kick. Remember that show?
Sure. In this instance, I have been on a big Storage Wars kick. And as a quick sidebar, I only saw probably a handful of episodes of Storage Wars. Enough to remember kind of some of the key characters.
You remember the eccentric older dude, right? I think his name was Barry. I always wanted to hop into a one-person sleeping bag with that guy.
Wow. I mostly remember the guy who was like, "Help!" as his call. Yeah.
This is the show I'm talking about. If you're unawares out there, have you ever actually seen one of these happen in person? I recently saw one happen in person.
Did you really?
For the first time. I did.
No, I never have.
I didn't partake. I just drove by and I saw it all going down, and I kind of I rubbernecked real good.
I would have too.
It looked. Dude, I've always been curious. But storage rental units, if you don't pay, sometimes they go to auction and people can legally just buy the shit you have in there.
How do people hear about it?
There's like websites and shit. I know that I have seen storage places like on their little marquee out front that say like auction Wednesdays or whatever. Like, so I've seen it advertise mode.
Interesting.
Kind of the same like with unclaimed packages. You can get a big ass box of unclaimed. Anyway, so Macy's, she's been real in to this lately.
Damn
and I'm
right.
telling you, the listener, not Macy, because of course she already knows this.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
I'm rolling deep.
Recently, she went down and I heard you won. Congrats.
Thank you.
You won a storage room.
I did.
Yeah. And when they threw the doors open, there was a bunch of useless shit. There was like some moon boots. You remember those from the 90s?
All right. Are they useless or are they grand?
Actually, those are kind of grand. I'm going to have to rethink of my... I'm going to have to relabel what is useless in my life.
Yeah, man.
It was a bunch of empty ramen noodle packets. But right in the middle, there was this grand, old, dusty oak, what other describing words? Iron smelling.
Okay.
Cabinet.
All right.
In the middle of it. And you go to it, and it has a little plaque on it. And it says, "This was the curio cabinet of the famed witch of ancient Texas, Mary Lindor."
Did you not make up this name before we started?
No. I'm rolling with this, dude. I put so much into what's in this cabinet. I really just kind of went, I'm done.
Okay.
Who lived in the year 1712. And now it's in your possession. And you throw these rickety ass, dusty doors open. And here's what you have to do now. One by one, you're going to go through these things. I guess I will roll for them, because that seems fair, because I have a lot of things. I will tell you what you pull out of this cabinet. And you will tell me if A, you think that this is a real thing that was used in time long ago for witchcraft, or if you think I made it up and it's just Mary Lintor being a weirdo keeping weird things, right? So real or fake is the question here.
I do want to say Mary Lindor is a time traveler, because 1712, not only did Texas not exist as it is, but America didn't exist as it is. So she really saw through the folds of time and was like, I'm going to be a Texas witch.
A Texas witch, yeah. Well, Texas land. Maybe this Mary Lindor, who I think I was just thinking of truffles.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I
don't blame you for that at all.
She lived on your property, in fact.
Wow.
And then I guess she just had some of this shit shipped in that wasn't available. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
So she lived on my property and I won her storage unit by chance?
Nothing's by chance, baby.
Sure. You know what? You're right.
Predetermined.
Okay.
So, quit poking holes in my story.
Do you know who you're talking to? Have you met me before?
Do you see the Aquarius that sits before me?
Come on, man. All right. I believe it all.
Okay. Suspend disbelief. So you first have to decide if it's real or if it's just something Mary kept and has actual no witchcraft value, at least in a historical sense.
Sure.
You also tell me, before I tell you if it's real or not, whether or not you would keep this in you have a sell pile and a keep pile of all of Mary's shit. And some of it you're selling because you don't give a shit about it. Some of it you're going to keep and put in your own personal witchcraft storage. So let me pull up a dice here.
Get that electric
and I will
die.
do a roll.
What die are we working with? What dies are we working with?
It's I'm actually having to have one falsely made up. Actually, no, I don't. We're doing a 10 side and a 6 side.
Tight. Okay.
So, an 11. This is really just a pick. What you reach into Mary's curio cabinet and you pull out a small dome of yellowed ivory, right? And you open it up, and inside of it lies a single tooth, too small to be an adult's tooth, right? And through the tooth, a rusted pin has been driven through the crown of the tooth. Now, with your super witch brain,
I don't want to keep that.
Okay. Goddamn.
I've got way too much dental trauma to look at that in my fucking house.
This might just be one of your teeth.
That's a nightmare that I would have to look at every day. I'd maybe keep the dome, though. That sounds pretty lit.
So you've pulled out a baby tooth embedded in wax topped with a pen. The lore says childhood teeth were often kept for protection, but when pinned like this, it becomes a part of an aggressive magic. Could be used to hex someone's speech, to silence someone, or even as a form of control over another. Now, you've said that you don't want this power.
I don't want it. I don't want some rando kid's tooth with a needle in it. I can.
The way to like boil it down to the most simple explanation: a kid's tooth with a needle in it.
I'm fine. You know what? We got a whole cabinet full of possibility here. This is the first go. I'm throwing it over my shoulder, saying, "Ew, gross."
Oh, gross. Well, you know what? You've thrown away an actual, historically used witch tool. And you know what? I'm going to add a little extra fun thing onto this. Hold on. I'm actually going to need to bring up my notepad because I got to keep notes here. Notepad. I'm going to have loss and keep. And I'm going to roll a random number generator. Give me a second.
I feel like I need to like bury this. I feel like it needs to go into like a bury pile. It needs to be
cleansed of some. Well, you threw it over your shoulder, and because of that, somebody on the street picked it up and they sold it on eBay for a smacking $221.
People on eBay do love shit like this.
Could have been you.
Could have been me.
Could have been you.
That's fine.
All right, let's go to the next thing. You reach back in to the cabinet and you pull out. Let me actually mark this little tooth off so I don't.
Fucking gross.
Because I don't really want.
You know, I found a tooth at the beach. I've told you that, right?
You have, but it feels like new information every time.
Just awful.
Because it freaks me.
It was bad. It was a big old molar.
Who loses a tooth on the beach?
Who knows where it came from? It could have tumbled from a long way away.
If I lost a molar on the beach, I guess I'd just spit it out and keep going. I'm at the beach. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, you can't click it back in.
Ew. All right. Ew. So you've tossed this tooth over your shoulder. You reach back in and you pull out. You feel around with your hand. You feel something stiff in the cabinet. And it kind of rattles a little bit when you shake it. And you pull it out. And it is the carcass of a dead mouse. Its tiny little dead mouse paws curled in on itself, little sunken dead ass mouse eyeballs all gone. And it's sitting in a tiny little woven basket. And you know that in times past, dead mice were sometimes placed in people's homes as a sympathetic magic to gain to protect their grain storage and deter vermin. So you put a little dead one there, acts as a little pest poppet. The other ones go in there and they go, "Whoa, fuck, we can't come in here. Dead mouse will die." And they fuck off. And that was a spell to keep the grain storage safe. You keeping it or no?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
You're going to keep the dead mouse?
I'll keep the dead mouse. I'll put it in a little diorama.
Wonderful. So you kept the dead mouse. And listen, if you do ever decide to sell that shit, that would go on eBay for $717.
I feel like if it's properly dried, it probably isn't that stinky. And I could put it up in a sweet ass glass dome setup, like, you know, with like a whole scene. And I think it'd be pretty cool, you know?
Well, you know, and it probably would protect your storage a little bit because this is real. All right.
Is some of the stuff in this cabinet not real?
Oh yeah, we're playing a whole real or fake thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of these I've made up for the fun.
Okay. This is like beyond belief, fact or fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
You got it. All right. You now having an item in each your sell and your keep pile, you reach in for a third. This thing's full of shit. You pull out a pale seashell that has been sealed with wax, and it is labeled, "Do not open around a sleeping person." When you hold it next to your ear, it sounds like nothing because it's sealed shut. Oh, and you know, the lore, this is called the sighing shell, and this was used to hold the last breath of a dying person, and in some traditions was used to physically capture the last breath, so it could be offered to oracles or to gods and goddesses, things like that.
To me, I would pull this out and I'd be looking at it. And this to me gives eBay nonsense.
Okay.
So I would kind of look at this and probably be like, I don't think you're legit.
Okay. You sell this on eBay for $196. And you're correct. It is eBay bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I joined the scam.
You reclaimed the scam. You are the scammer at this point.
Yeah, man. Turn them tables.
I'm gonna scam you real good. Okay, let's see. What do we got next? Ooh. All right. You go back in for another dive. Okay. You pull out a charm. Like a little bracelet charm. And it's got old twine dangling from it. It has a single bone button that is been threaded, that twine that's dangling from the charm bracelet. You've got like little bone buttons. And in the twine is a knot with a pin pierced through it. So think about one charm bracelet basically just dangling a little bone with a knot in the middle of it.
With a pin.
With a pin also shoved through that knot. And you know the lore of the witch knot. And you think, hey, this is probably a witch knot. It could be a spell or a trap. Buttons hold personal power, especially if used from the undergarments. And this was believed to capture and therefore keep away illness, hexes, and of course to keep your loved one from accidentally slipping into somebody else.
Always important. Always a problem. See, here's the thing with things like this, is that I would pull this out and I would immediately feel like this
is garbage.
Well, I would think it's personal. So unlike the dead mouse, which is not really beholden to anybody.
Sure.
I would feel like this is something that somebody made for a specific purpose. So like, this is why I was like, I need a keep, sell, and bury.
We'll put this in the. We'll do a bury.
I need
we'll
a bury
like
pile.
A get rid of, like a
like to put to rest.
Okay, all right. You put it to rest, which is very respectful of you.
Is it real?
It's real.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a good choice because it's real. I'm forgetting how my game works. I'm getting so excited. Just go to the next thing. All right. You go back in and you pull out something else that sort of breaks the time, just more evidence that this is from time travel. You pull out a wax disc and you plop it into the record player that is, of course, right next to this.
Cool. I did get that. I did get that in the storage unit then.
You did, but it is just one of those little $20 Victorias that you can get from Walmart.
Who gives a shit? Yeah. I'll take it.
So. When you play it, it is a wax disc that has been imprinted with some shaky, kind of unfamiliar sounding words that as you listen to it more and more, you find is the first speech of a baby child frozen in wax. And you know that people used to record onto beeswax, onto wax, the sound of their child talking for the first time, because this acted as a form of language magic, keeping the child's voice safe from illness, spirits, and most importantly, keeping people from gossiping about your baby. Do you keep this or do you sell it?
I don't keep this. I sell it.
You chunk it. Okay.
I don't need a baby's tooth. I don't need a baby's first words. If it's on wax, this kid's probably dead or old anyway, so I don't need to protect its voice anymore.
Great.
Be gone. Okay.
Somewhere in the world, some old man just loses his voice. Shit! Well, you sell that on eBay, and they eat it up over there because they give you $817.
Goddamn right they do. I'm making like a lot of money on this storage unit.
You're really, you're cleaning up. Okay. Let's see. Shall we go in for another thing? You stick your hand in and immediately you feel gritty powder getting all up under your fingernails and you pull out a crystalline powder atop of a silvery mirror. And the label on it says mirror salt used to reverse, to reflect curses, to invert bad luck. A pinch in the corner of the room could send harm back to the sender. Do you keep the mirror salt? Do you look into the mirror?
Will you look into the mirror?
What will I see?
Is it like...
It's just an antique mirror with a handful of salt dumped on it. And you know the lore. You know what this is. This is mirror salt.
I think I might just keep the mirror and get rid of the salt. Like, well, let me think about this for a second, because like, how old is this salt? Is it cashed out? It's been sitting on this mirror for a long time. Can I just make my own mirror salt that's fresh and has my own influence? Like, do I get any suspicion about this mirror to where I wouldn't want to take the salt off of it?
You want me to roll for suspicion?
Roll for suspicious mirror.
Okay, I can roll for suspicious mirror. Let's do, let's roll a 20 and we'll just do a good 50-50 on this. You rolled a nat 20. You immediately know that this is
a dangerous
salesman.
Oh, yeah. So, okay.
No, this is...
I see.
This is fake as hell.
Yeah.
You toss that fake fucking salt and you keep the sweet, sick ass cool mirror.
I made out good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I'm glad my instincts were so clear.
I love the addition of the suspicion dice that you rolled a nat 20, dude. That is the most you thing. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, you stick your hand in, and once again, you're greeted by more gritty shit.
I don't like that.
Under your fingernails. And you pull out a black paper sachet that has been sealed with thread, and on the inside, there's a bunch of just gray, it looks like regular dirt, and it's got a little tag on it, and it says, "Taken at dawn." And you think, this could be the famous graveyard dirt.
Is that graveyard dirt?
Could just be regular dirt. Either way, taken at dawn does imply that it has some kind of magical association tied to it. So, do you keep the bag of dirt? Or do you bury the bag of dirt? Or do you sell the bag of dirt?
My gut tells me to keep the dirt.
Keep the dirt.
Yeah. And
you know what? Doesn't hurt.
Dirt don't hurt.
It's real graveyard dirt. So guess what? Now you have a fresh packet of graveyard dirt, and you have a brand new ghost that comes with it.
Hey,
hangs out with you sometimes.
I'm fine with that. I'm cool with it, man. I assume that it was asked nicely. For its dirt. It's Dort.
I hope so.
And if it wasn't...
Should we roll to see the personality of...
Yes, actually. Let's find out who am I taking home with me.
Okay. Let's do this in... Let's do like a 4-side die. So let's say our personalities, we have 1, which is a nice, cozy ghost, right? And then I think we have 2, which is a cantankerous, but like not harmful ghost.
Kind of curmudgeon.
You know what I mean? A little curmudgeon-y, but like, at the end of the day, they would come help your ass out if you got into trouble. 3, let's say they're standoffish and they're a trickster. So like, you don't really like hanging out with them, and sometimes they steal your shit.
Okay.
And then 4, let's say, is a straight up murder ghost.
Oh.
That, it will haunt your dreams and does everything it can to scare the hell out of you and accidentally kill you.
Okay.
We've got a friendly curmudgeon.
I feel like I'm making out great.
I was hoping.
I'm making out great with this storage unit so far.
So far, so good. And you've got a nice little chunk of change in your pocket from all the shit.
That's like my favorite kind of ghost.
Yeah. Because listen, if you're a little too friendly, I'm a little sus.
It reminds me of one of my favorite stories sent in of all time about that ghost that flipped over the yoga block. And like, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Didn't they just kind of like, they were like, hey, please stop it. They were like,
flapped over the yoga block, and I can hear the sound of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Well, given how you felt about the other things in this category, you may here we go. You pull out a ring made of a whittled child's finger bone. A red thread still clings to it, and this was worn by witches to bind oaths to the grave. The finger bone charm would be a form of divination to speak to the dead, but also basically make people keep their promises. But it is a child bone. So.
This is one I'm going to bury.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And we're going to bury the finger bone. And at the end of the day, you buried it, but it was really, honestly, just a chicken bone from like KFC that somebody gave a cool little lore story to.
Somewhere a chicken got a decent burial.
You know what? Not that big of a loss. I don't know. You want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do another one. Boop. You reach into the cabinet and you pull out a perfectly preserved apple that has had a human-like face carved onto it. Smiling or grimacing? Let's actually roll for that. Because that matters. The face is smiling.
Okay.
And happy. And the apple feels generally pretty good. And you think, hey, maybe this is like some form of puppet, you know. And I just accidentally hit space and lost all of my notes. Yeah, you think perhaps this is a puppet. And this could be like, you know, maybe a little figure someone has made to bless and to watch over you. Because, again, it is smiling. Do you keep the apple?
Perfectly preserved has me curious. Does it have like a coating on it?
It's like so old that it has almost mummified. You know, like
Okay.
It's not purposely preserved to eat, but it still looks good. It hasn't rotted.
I don't know, man. It might be a mistake, but I think I'd keep this guy.
You know what? And that what a good choice indeed, because this was a true puppet who's now keeping watch over you.
Great. It seems I feel like I could put it up on a nice shelf somewhere, and it would look at me, and I'd look at it, and it would look at me, and I would look at it.
And I looked at me. Wait. Oops. I already did this one. All right.
That's good.
You reach in and you pull out a beautiful, what do they call those, wingback shoes, or like an Oxford shoe?
I do love an Oxford shoe.
You pull out not even just one, it's a pair of Oxfords filled to the brim with dried rose petals. And you know that sometimes people would do this to keep their lover from slipping in to somebody. And this was done in Victorian times, in the Victorian language of roses, to protect the love that one would share. You'd put the roses in their shoes, and then they'd walk in the shoes, and then they would love you forever.
What's the condition of the shoes, and will they fit my feet?
I must roll. What size are you?
7.5.
Okay. The size of the shoe is 7.
Close.
Okay.
I could suffer through it if they looked nice enough.
And the condition is not completely worn out, but they do need some hand repair.
They're in rough shape.
They're in rough shape. You could take them, though, to perhaps a cobbler, and they could spiff you up. Some nice vintage Oxfords. What do you think?
I'm weird about my feet. I think I'm selling these.
Okay. All right. And you've made a good choice, because this is just some bullshit. Somebody had a bunch of rose petals, and they needed to throw away this and some shoes, and they just chucked it.
I like to think they had real stinky shoes, so they put a bunch of rose petals in there.
Stink shoes.
Yeah.
And you did sell these on the eBay for $380.
How much money have I made?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna total up. What did I say? 380. I'm gonna total up what you have gotten. So you've kept the dead mouse to just like look cool on your wall.
I'll put it up somewhere.
But also protects your grains. You kept the antique mirror that was bullshit. There was no mirror salt, but now you have a cool mirror.
I love a cool mirror.
You've kept the graveyard dirt that came with one cantankerous ghost spirit. You kept your apple poppet that keeps watch over the house. You've buried the charm made from the the finger bone ring of a child that was really just a KFC bone. And next to it, you buried the bone button string with a pin, not spell thing, because it felt very personal. Now, you sold the child's tooth that you wanted no part of, the whispering shell, which you said felt like BS, which you were correct about. You sold the wax disc imprinted with the child's first words, which is real, but you have no use for. And you sold the stink shoes, bringing your eBay total to $1,614, which on the storage unit, you bought this entire storage unit for $148, leaving you with a $1,400 profit.
I'm content with that. Job. That was going to be my next question, was how much I spent on the storage unit. So
it rolled, I think, the lowest number for what you've spent on the storage unit out of all the numbers that I have rolled today.
Nice.
So.
I am happy. I'm content that all that was else in it was empty ramen packets, which raises my eyebrows as to why that is. But, whatever.
I think someone was perhaps living here.
Okay.
But I don't know. Actually, I think maybe Mary, the time-traveling witch, would just pop in and empty her pockets out of her shameful ramen eating
Dude, you ever just crunched up dry ramen and put the seasoning packet on there?
Yeah.
How good is that shit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I've not done that forever. Delight. I need to do that soon.
Mm-hmm. You gotta use like a fourth of the packet, though. Otherwise, you will explode from salt intake. But
I use more than that.
Pretty good.
I like to use it all because you got to constantly shake it because it doesn't necessarily stick as much as you'd like it to. So I just I always put it in a quart-sized bag, crunch it all up, put air in it, seal it, and then shake it all up. And then I just do that over and over and over and over.
Depending on the flavor of the shake, you know what you could do? You could add like maybe a little lime juice.
Yeah, you probably could.
And then shake it in and get it to stick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Even a little oil, maybe. Yeah. You could do. I need to do this soon.
This sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about what you didn't tell me you were going to talk about, but then you said you were going to tell me, and I'd be like, oh.
Bluebonnets.
Yay!
We've not actually talked about them. Can you believe that? I searched our publishing site this time because Spotify's a liar. And no. I even typed in just the word blue because I was like, did we spell it stupid? Did we put a space between it?
Did we call it like the Texas flower?
Which wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Sure.
But no, Bluebonnets. That's the
the
topic today. And there's a lot of shit that I didn't know.
If you don't know, get learned, nerds. The bluebonnet is the state flower.
It is, and I've actually got a long historical tale about that selection process, and it is about as ridiculous as you might think with the Texas state legislature.
Good.
Yeah. So,
is the Bluebonnets on the grid? Does the Bluebonnets have its own grid?
It unfortunately doesn't. It's native to a few states. So it's not exclusive only to Texas having its own grid.
I'm sorry. I don't recognize that.
So it's native distribution, and there's a handful of different types of Bluebonnets, which we're going to get into. But Florida, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas are really,
Makes
this is the
sense.
native region here.
So it just skips like Georgia and Mississippi and stuff?
It kind of
Just
confused
goes straight
me a
from
little
Florida?
bit. I don't know. This is from the Ladybird
Sorry,
Johnson
Arkansas.
wildflower site, the whole little Ladybird Johnson setup. So
also a Texan.
the native distribution here. So we got Louisiana to West Texas, south to northern Mexico. In Texas, you got a lot of Blackland Prairie area. Central Texas. It's planted extensively along Texas roadsides as well as in Oklahoma. It loves some open fields, some prairies, and some roadsides. Big fan.
My parents took me to do a photo shoot on the roadside.
I have a whole section about that.
Many a child has been seen doing.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah. Did you have the
Oh yeah, of course I did. Everybody did. Parents literally cannot help themselves.
Dig them out. Let's post our old.
I gotta find it. I know we did. I know that we had to have. I can like see the day we did it. Unless
I remember it.
I know it. So
I remember it being much bigger than it was, and then when like I passed it later on in life and Dad was like, "Hey, that's where we did that photo shoot." I was like, I was almost hit by a car. This is so scary.
Yeah, there's a whole section.
Yeah.
I have a whole section on stopping by roadsides to take bluebonnet flowers. So, you know who loves bluebonnets? Bees.
Texans. Oh.
Native bees, bumblebees, real big fans of bluebonnets, big time. As
pine bees.
Well as butterflies.
All natural white bees. Butterflies.
Butterflies. There is the
butterfly,
hair streak butterfly and the elfin butterfly, both of which make like larval hosts out of it.
Elfin?
Elfin. Elfin.
I gotta find it.
Elfin butterfly. So they lay their little larvae on these, apparently.
They don't look elfin at all. Ew.
What does the hair streak butterfly look like? I meant to look these up and I didn't. Because I'm curious about the name hair streak.
Oh, it's cute. It's like purple. It's like gray. There's purple, little bits of orange in it. It's like a little Halloween themed looking ass butterfly. Some of them are gray, some of them are purple and orange.
Hair streak butterfly. I'm going to look it up. Oh, ooh, pretty.
Yeah. Unlike that elfin butterfly.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
like shit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look the elfin butterfly. Oh, but I love these guys. They look like leaves.
These are the ones that always seem to fly right under my foot when I'm taking a step.
So, bluebonnets have an upright carriage. They're very upright and very full of themselves. I saw that they can reach up to 2 feet tall, which seems crazy to me. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. They like to clump together in big colonies and make these big old patches of bluebonnet coloring with big blue patches. And so
they're so fucking pretty. I don't even care.
It is the state flower of Texas. However, it wasn't a shoo-in for that decision. There was some debate. Lots of debate, actually.
Tell me.
So, the bluebonnet was made the state flower in 1901. However, it took some work. So, in 1901, the state legislature was trying to decide what the state flower needed to be. And there were some contenders. There were some contenders in this race. You had some legislators making, putting up their favorite flowers. There were commercial reasons to suggest this. And so this was a good bit of debate. Different regions of Texas wanted to put forth their flowers from their regions. And 3 main flowers were on the table, being advocated by 3 areas of Texas, primarily. Now, it seems that the region of West Texas wanted the prickly pear cactus, which
I gotta look this
I
up.
think would have been pretty cool. And this was proposed by one Cactus Jack.
Are you fucking?
I'm not. So He had a real name. I didn't get it, but Cactus Jack was called that because he had a prickly persona and was involved in the Texas government for a very long time. So that was proposed. Central Texas was lobbying for the bluebonnet. And East Texas, good old East Texas, was pushing for cotton due to the importance of the Texas economy. So one issue for Central Texas, though, the problem is that a lot of people did not realize what the bluebonnet was. They had not seen one before.
Great.
And so it's like, how are we going to vote on the state flower if we don't even know what it looks like? So that was an issue. And so it was like, there was apparently a description that was put forth that it was a blue flower that from the side looked like those old-timey bonnets that pioneer ladies would wear, and, to try to keep the sun off of them. And that wasn't enough, though. This disrespect of not knowing what this flower was had to be remedied. And a group of ladies took up this mantle, and they were the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America of Texas. And so...
I don't know what I like more, the use of dames or of America of Texas.
Of America of Texas. There is nothing like a dame. So these ladies who refused to allow the prickly pear or the cotton flower to be made the state flower, they called on a local artist, one Miss Walker, and asked for one of her paintings of bluebonnets to take with them to the state legislature to show all these fucking dudes what a bluebonnet is. And so they picked one. It's you could still see this painting. It's like a reddish brown vase full of bluebonnets and what looks like pink evening primrose.
What's it called? The painting?
I don't know what it's called, but it can still be seen at the Neil Cochran House Museum. Just look up bluebonnet painting 1901 flower decision.
Okay.
I think Mode Walker, is that her name? Mode? MODE Walker, maybe? I didn't think that was her name.
Oh,
but maybe it was.
I see a picture of the picture. Okay.
Yes.
I get it.
And so this painting still exists. So they went over to her studio and they picked up the painting and they carried it off to the state capitol, and they displayed it on the floor of the legislature. Look, you fucks. This is what a bluebonnet is.
Look at it.
So still, though, they wanted to cover their bases because, like, what if these jokers ain't going to actually look at this painting? So they brought with them a whole bunch of bluebonnets that they put in little jars, and they placed it on each politician's desk before the vote was to take place, being like, no, look at it. Look at it. Smell it.
Branding.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is a campaign.
This is great.
Yeah. So you got...
The other two didn't stand a fucking chance.
Multiple visual aids here. You've got painting, you've got art form, you've got physical form. And it's right there on your desk. So with the painting and the flowers, the bluebonnet won handedly. It became the state flower. It was approved by Governor Joseph D. Sayers on March 7th, 1901. But wait, the government wasn't done fighting about this in Texas.
Okay. There's so much more important shit.
A debate then ensued that lasted for 70 years after this.
Stop.
Because you see, the dames, the example that they brought was Lupinus subcarnosus. Now, this isn't the most prominent type of bluebonnet in Texas. So why is that then the state flower? In reality, it was Lupinus texensis should be the state flower. It's the main variety growing in Central Texas. It's the better one, so it needs to be that one. So again, 70 years this went back and forth until a resolution was made in the 62nd Texas State Legislature, which reads, bluebonnet, Lupinus texensis, or any other variety of bluebonnet is the state flower of Texas.
It took them 70 years to say, Both.
Any goddamn bluebonnet you want. Damn it.
Great.
So it is the bluebonnet is the state flower in its multiple kinds.
I need you to know that I've posted a picture on Facebook of just this demented looking fucking black-eyed dog in a field of bluebonnets just going, and it's horrifying to me, and I can't wait for the comments to come in that are like, oh, he's so cute, because you're wrong, he's scary and you know it.
I've not seen him yet. I'll have to be the judge.
You will, and his black eyes will suck your soul in.
Oh, he's probably just a baby boy.
I'm sure he's fine. Listen, I feel some type of way about this dog.
He just wants to smell some flowers. Did you feel about how you do about him, how I do with the weird two-legged dog with 3 legs?
The hind leg walking. Yeah.
So anybody who drives down a Texas highway during a period of year, which contains now, you will see the importance of this flower. It's everywhere. So it is part of the wildflower program that TxDOT puts on every single year that was initiated in part by Lady Bird Johnson. And about 30,000 pounds of wildflower seeds are put out every single year. And a chunk of those are bluebonnet seeds. So they're put out along the roadways to help with pollinators and just beautify the state. And they don't mow for a long time. So if you pay attention in Texas, and I don't know if this is this way everywhere, it's like, it gets to a point that like the grass on the roadsides is so tall that in some places you can't see over it because it's within the window they can't mow yet. So it's like,
they've got the little signs that are like, don't you dare fucking move
this is here for a reason. So,
which led to the furthering of the don't pick this stigma. Because as a kid, I thought you would hear around these parts.
There's serious business going on with that. We'll get to that. So
you don't pick it or you go to jail. I still feel like I couldn't pick one.
They belong to the genus Lupinus, which is very interesting. Lupine. I was like,
it's a wolf.
As in wolf. And so
wolf peach.
I thought that was confusing. Now, why is this? Well, I don't know. There's a few theories, seemingly. So one is that way back in the day, they were, they'll be just fine in dry or rocky soil. They can handle it. And so it's one of the like myths in which they get the genus name is because they could grow in those dry places. That's because they were scarfing down all of the nutrients in the soil for everything else. So it was their fault. They made it all that way. However, in reality, it's the opposite. They provide nitrogen to the soil. So this doesn't make sense. Now, another reason, which this one seems to be the more prevalent one, whether it's true or not, is that they can be toxic to livestock, especially when they've got seeds and seed pods going on. So they are kind of the wolf of the meadow. It was said, there are 2 things that can harm your livestock, wolves and wolf, the wolf of the meadow. I.e. bluebonnet. Is this true? I don't know. So, however, because of this, they've got a couple names. They can be called lupines, or wolf flower, which is pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Some other names are buffalo flower, el conejo, which is rabbit, due to the fluffy white tail tip at the top, kind of like a little rabbit tail. They're a very common tourist attraction. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Here.
For sure.
Every year.
It's a spectacle.
It is a thing. So much so that agencies have had to come out and clarify, like, please pull over. If you're gonna goddamn stop on the roadway, pull over all of the way. Like, don't cause a traffic accident to take your bluebonnet. Oh, yeah.
Plenty.
And this ties into the pictures that people like to set their children into the patches of the bluebonnets and take pictures. It's just a staple. And this is where, like you said, I have a note here, like just about every kid somewhere in their parents' house or parents' scrapbooks, there is a picture of them sitting in bluebonnets if they grew up in Texas, period. So this raises the important question. Is it illegal to pick bluebonnets in Texas.
If you say anything but yes,
this might be one of the most gripping laws in this state, like presumed.
Hit me
so
with it.
This, like, I was thinking about this. Like, I feel like this is listened to perhaps more than any other thing I've ever seen. Like, there'd be someone who would be willing to commit robbery before picking a blue. Like, it is that ingrained. Yes. If you grew up in this state, it doesn't matter what age you are. It is illegal to pick bluebonnets. You could go to jail. Period. Full stop. Such a thing. So
I'm not even kidding. When I'm still like, if I wanted to pick one, I would have to do it in the utmost of secrecy.
It's deep. It's so deep. But here's the thing. No, it is not illegal. However, there's caveats. There are caveats to this. Now, one, you can't be going on to somebody else's private property that's not yours and picking some bluebonnets. You also cannot pick them in state park land or protected land, as that's just a general rule for anything in state parks and national parks. Now, picking one or two on the roadside isn't going to get you arrested, but it is discouraged.
Oh. Because they want to keep them on the roadside.
They want to keep them on the roadside. They're an important flower for pollinators. They host larvae for butterflies. If they're picked, they cannot go to seed. They're annuals. So the only way that they reproduce, and they do throw more seeds out, but they want them to go to seed so that they really, become part of that area. And the same is said for taking pictures in bluebonnet patches. If you'll be trampling lots of flowers to get your pictures, don't do it. Find a patch that's maybe a little more sparse, and no, it won't be as pretty, but like, don't be crushing all the flowers, you don't know if there's butterfly eggs on those flowers. Like, you just, and
nature shit.
And so if you're on the roadside now with a shovel, digging up clumps of them to take home to transplant, that's another matter. And that might take you beyond to a side of, to the end of potentially destruction of right-of-way or government property. You don't want to be doing that. So the same as if you drive your vehicle over a whole big patch of them along the roadside. You don't want to be doing that either. So really, a lot of...
What if it's an accident?
Well, that's different. But I mean, I'm
so scared.
If you're just willingly being a shit ass, And really, a lot of this is common sense. Like, it's important to note, though.
It's probably illegal to, like, shoot them with a gun, too.
I don't know. It's Texas. It's not illegal to do a lot of things with a gun. So, really, the main thing, these are wildflowers. And the thing is with picking wildflowers is that it's not really worth it. Wildflowers aren't like cut flowers that can really handle it after you pick them. Doesn't matter if you put that in water, that wildflower wilts immediately. They're just not cut out for it. And so it's like you could pick it and it's going to wilt immediately, or you could just take a picture of it, smell it, and leave it and go about your business. But seriously though, again, I've never seen a law so presumed and followed, even though it's not necessarily real. Like, it is ironclad in this state when so many people don't give a shit about anything else.
People will murder.
A murderer will murder before, like, being like, oh, I can't pick a bluebonnet.
Yeah. And I think somebody probably had the idea, let's discourage this because we don't want them picking all of the bluebonnets off the side of the road. And somebody was like, well, I tell my kids that it's illegal to drive barefooted, so they, yada.
Yeah, it's like driving with the overhead light on.
That's the one. You gotta put the light out because it's illegal and you'll get pulled over. I feel like they tried to do that thing, but this one just really sprouted legs.
I was taught in school that it's illegal. Like, it's so deep. So anyway, let's get to the metaphysical here. And guys, there's really not that much. Not really.
Way to arouse my excitement about it and then just tamp it right back down.
That's what I do, man. But there's some stuff.
She's high edge. It's what I do.
So over and over and over on so many different sites, they are associated in the same order with bravery and sacrifice. Bravery and sacrifice.
Is this
bravery and sacrifice? Remember it.
Is this about the fucking Alamo?
You got to remember the Alamo.
God damn.
So they are also lucky, apparently.
Oh.
Now, especially if you're a gambler.
Okay.
Which is, funny because it's not really legal in this state. You got to go elsewhere to go do it. But
you got to jump the border.
It's not like there's not gaming houses literally everywhere anyway. They're everywhere.
So many slot machines in gas stations.
There's there's legit gaming houses all over this county.
One cares.
Nobody, I guess everybody's on the take. Nobody gives a shit. They stay open for years. So they are tied
till the feds swoop in, and every great once in a while there'll be a big cleanup.
Yeah, and then more will just spring up like mushrooms. Yeah. And people are going to do it. So they're tied to resilience as they come back year after year, even though they're annuals.
Oh, resilience. I thought you said Brazilians.
Hell yeah. No, resilience. And so they volunteer well. They come back, and they'll do so in conditions that might be a little bit rough, such as not getting as much water as they might like, or in soils that are a little rocky, but they'll do it. And they'll grow together in these big ass clusters, making this sea of blue that comes from this little colony that they grow in. So something with the bluebonnet is that they've got a lot to give. They give nitrogen back to the soil. They have sustenance for the pollinators that all come through. So all in all, they're a net positive for the environment they're placed in, especially in this native environment that they are in.
I just feel like there's a huge butt coming.
No, there's really not.
Okay.
They're not invasive because this is their native range. In fact, there's a plant that's encroaching on them that's called bastard cabbage, which is apparently a big problem because it's really pretty and it's yellow and it's cute and it grows real tall, but it's like encroaching pretty seriously and nobody wants to get rid of it because they're like, oh, it's pretty yellow flowers, but it's like a big ass problem. Apparently, I don't know why it's called bastard cabbage.
Oh, I know exactly what this is. Yeah.
It's a big old problem, apparently.
This shit is everywhere.
Yeah, it's bad. So
I could look out my window right now and see some bastard cabbage.
It's encouraged to get rid of it. There was a quote from an ecologist that was really kind of foreboding to where he was saying, people don't want to do anything about it because they look out at it and they're like, oh, that's so pretty. But I look at it and I shiver because of the problem that it is. I was like, oh God. Yeah. So really, they're a good symbol of leaving things better than you found it. And I think that we can honor the bluebonnet by doing the same thing. Not trampling the patches, not picking a whole bunch of them, and just leave them better than you found them. And it's very nurturing energy to draw on, whether it be from an individual standpoint of just kind of bettering the things around you, or from a community standpoint to better things around you from a community standpoint and leaving things, making a difference and a positive impact from either a singular or a community way. They're a good symbol for that. And that's really all that I have. Did I ever tell you I painted some bluebonnets on an ostrich egg?
I don't think so, because that feels strange enough to be remembered, and I feel like this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
I had a coworker back when I worked at Berkshire's Grocery, and she had an ostrich egg. It was hollowed out, and she wanted bluebonnets painted on it, and I painted bluebonnets on it for her.
Commission you?
It was a trade, and it was worth it. So I painted her two little bluebonnets crossed with a ribbon, and she gave me 2 homemade chicken pot pies that blew my fucking cock off, dude.
100%. That is a good trade.
It was a great trade.
That's a good trade.
Yeah, man. I felt real good about that transaction.
Hell yeah. Good. Ooh, I could go for a chicken pot pie tonight.
Yeah, man. I always could. That's one of my foods that anytime. Yeah. Say when.
Anytime. Yeah. Mashed potatoes, I'm that way with. Fried chicken, I'm that way with. Chicken pot motherfucking pie.
Dude, chicken pot pie, man.
Blackberry cobbler.
Yeah, man.
That might be my death row meal.
I don't blame you.
All of those things.
Dude, your last bite of food being blackberry cobbler is a pretty good send-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Or I would just eat a bunch of raw kernels, unpopped kernels, and then when they give me the chair, I just burst open like a piñata.
Wow.
Popcorn for everybody.
That's a literally going out with like a bang.
That's going out with a bang.
Yeah.
Watch. They give me the fucking juice instead.
Yeah, and nothing happens.
I just had to swallow like 4 cups
you just
of unpopped
die
kernels.
Miserable. Worse than it already is getting the fucking lethal injection, which is a horror show.
Apparently the worst
Not good.
thing.
Yeah, none of it's good. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna take I agree with you on multiple points. I think my last dessert would probably be something of the similar. Yeah.
Oh.
And I can take or leave the ice cream on a cobbler. Depends on my mood. And is it vanilla bean? I'll take it. Is it regular vanilla?
Miss me with the regular vanilla. If it's vanilla bean, it gives it a little something extra.
Yeah.
But if the cobbler is good enough, it speaks for itself.
That's kind of how I feel. It's like how people get really angry about like, I cooked this steak so good, you don't need to put steak sauce on it. Like, I kind of feel the same way.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I felt like him when I said it, and I didn't even mean to. Wow. So I want that now. I want cobbler real bad.
Absolutely.
And I'm sad that I don't have the means to make it. Yeah.
A real fat one that's been like seeping in its own juices for like 12 hours.
God, that sounds really... Okay, it's coming up on berry season. I mean, it's already here, actually. Like, I've got blackberries that are going to be ready in the patch in a week. And then blueberries are going to be ready in the next week as well. And I'm going to pick a whole bunch of both. And I'm going to make something real special.
Yeah. Real blue.
Yeah, man.
Can you eat bluebonnets? That's
poison. Remember the wolf thing? They're poisonous.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like just a livestock thing or if
no. They'll make you sickly, especially the seeds, but generally don't eat it.
Okay, that'll be easy. I don't typically feel the need to eat a bluebonnet. Goodbye.
Okay. Come back on for SimCap. We're gonna wrap up the fellowship. This week, and then we're going to take a 1-week break, not off SimCap, but we're going to do something stupid to kind of cleanse our palates before we chomp at the bit.
And it's your choice, isn't it? You're presenting.
Yes,
Isn't that right?
It is, because you're going to start the two towers. Yeah, because I started Fellowship, so you're going to start the two towers.
And then I will present, I guess, something in the break between
it and Return of the King. I'm not ready for that yet. I can't even think about that right now.
Also, if you didn't know, we do have our over on Patreon, just the folder with the Lord of the Rings stuffs for a one-time flat fee purchase, if that's what you're into. Yep. So check it out.
Give it a
All
look.
The links below.
We've been putting a lot of work into it. Big fat episodes. Big thick fatties.
Big fatty fat. I am rolling into notes basically right when we get off of here, and I'm already intimidated.
Get on in there.
Goodbye.
Bye.